こんにちは。ちょっとね、限定、今回のやり方を俺忘れてね、今ちょっと、どうやってやるんだっけ。まあ、いっか。
もう一つ始めるときに設定なかったっけ？
それはね、できないの。PS4 だと、問答無用で公開になる。限定公開になる PS4 側ができない。だから、基本PC とかさ、スマホのアプリとかでやらなくちゃいけないんだけど、いやはやね、忘れちゃった。やり方。ということで、すきやきくんがゲームに来ないから、
あと画面今動いてない。
え
なるへそ。
はい。で、
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
単純に放置してただけか。
そう。別になんか他のゲームがやりたくなったら言ってね。これ、超
I
前
lived here
の
until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
PS プラスで来たやつだ。
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
どうやらこのゲームね、なんか、2016
僕も
年とかもっ
いつかやろうかなとは思ってた。
In her
そう
will,
なんだ。
my mother left me a key, but didn't tell
や
me
らん
what
と
it
思う
unlocked.
けど。
そう、そういうね、やらないと思うよね、毎回。俺もね、
Maybe she
こ
thought
れ
I'd
やらない
know,
と思ってたんだけどね。
or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
違う。二つある。こっち行ってみるか。森林浴ってね。こっち行ってんのかな。向こう側。
でも、ノベルゲーとか好きな人ならハマるらしい。後輩情報。
後輩ややってたんだね。なんか、ミスティングって書いてあるね。行方不明の紙がいっぱい流れてるけど。ほら、走れ。
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
何があったんだろうね。
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent, as if they're about to say something but never do.
足元気をつけて。バスケのゴールが見えてきたけどこ
The house was exactly
どう
like
な
I
ってんだよ
remembered
マ
it,
ジ。
the way I'd been
日本
dreaming
建
about
築
it.
だろ
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
いや、そりゃそうだろう。こんな家だったら落ち着かないだろう。
As a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
よく倒れないな、わら。
それはな、もう耐震性にね、著しい問題がある。日本じゃ無理ですね。
I hoped the key might unlock the front door.
ピカ
It didn't.
あれ開かなかったんだけど。
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
ステールモデル。うん。何開かないの？この時に。リスティング。開かない？開かなかったらどうすればいい？蹴破ればいいんじゃないか？そういう話じゃないか。インタラクトできないね。え？どこに行きゃいいんだい？そこら中になんかもう、ミスみたいな。
I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me, even then.
うん。いや、ませてたんだね。ませがちかー。あはーん。どこ行けばいいのか。ほんと見当がつかんな。お、こっち行けそう？行けない。あれ？
割と探索面倒そう。
そうだね。ヒントが欲しいかなーね。でもここら辺になんかあるのかな？よく海外の家ってさ、こういうところにさ、なんか、鉄製の、こういう臭いのブランコが書いてあるよね。バックトゥーザフューチャーとかに。お、ここから裏行ける？行けるね。あ、ここの鍵？ああ。丸い穴。
The house felt like it had always been here. Even the swing set was older than my mother.
すごい古い家なんだね、やっぱり。さーてと。あ、ここから入んのかい。鍵穴回すんじゃない
Crawling
の
through
か。
the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
そりゃそうですよ。あんた17歳でしょ。さてと、結構綺麗だね。そう、下から行くって。いや、鍵使う必要なかったけれどもさ。
The power had been turned off the
ピ
night
カ
we
チ
left.
ュウになんない。なかなか大
For the
木
first
戸博
time
士
in
にしてくれ
years,
ないね。
I felt like I was home.
いい気分がした。うん。数年ぶり
But
だから
instead
ね。
of a family, there were just memories of one.
この青い服を着て箱みたいの持ってんのが主人公かな。
逆に電気ついたら怖いな。笑。
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating
まだ
salmon.
電気使ってんのか。電気会社はザルだろ。鮭が人気なんだね。サーモン。
Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
これどこなんだろうね。カナダあたりかな。それか北欧。
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
夜に
It
去っ
was
た
like
っ
a
てこと
bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
なかなか主人公は詩的な表現がお好きみたいね。
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. いやー、広いねー。 Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too
家
many
があり
teeth.
すぎる。なんか、独特な、いや、なんこれ。なかな
Even the
か、
fireplace had a
薄い方がい
story.
い。
Edie told me the bricks came from the original house after it sank.
じゃあ改築に改築を重ねてあんな風になっちゃったのね。これすごいね。7年前のテレビでここまで薄型のテレビを用意するなんてなかなかお金持ちなんだね。
この主人公の表現よくわからん。
わかんない？俺もわかんない。独特だよね。リッコン、リッコン、リッコン。
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
ひいおじいちゃんがこの家を建てたってこと？下があるな。待ってちょっと。いや、上も上がれるな。これほら、これ、あれでしょ？よくほら、老人ホームとかにあるような、昇降用の椅子だよね。
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
あ、これ、兄なんだね、ミスシングっていうのは。一体何があったんだろうね。よし、探索は終わったかな。地下か上か。地下だろ。
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
あら。まあね。イギリスとかではさ、古くて幽霊が住んでいる家の方が高価だっていう説
Mom
がある
sealed
か
up
ら
all
ね。
the bedrooms.
だからこういう古い家にはよく幽霊
Then
がい
Edie
る。
retaliated and drilled peepholes.
ほう。悪ガキじゃねえか。これ、すごい頑丈にさ、成長されてるけどさ。
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
幽霊とか
I
怖
think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
ね、幽霊っていうか、あそこら辺はなんか、座敷わらし的な守護する存在みたいなイメージが強いから。だから、築年数が多くて、 なんか、曰く付きの家の方が、ある程度高値で買えるとか、高値で売買されるっていう、そういう風習があるんだよね。
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
まあ、どこのさ、国でもさ、築年数が多い家にはなんか幽霊がいるっていうのは変わんないんだよ。入ります？お、開いたね。
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
あらあらあら。これはどっち？上か。
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
おー。隠し部屋だね。
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
ミルトンがここにいたのは明らかだった。そうだ、ミルトンって書いてるね。猫だよ、猫。ほら、この放送も猫屋敷だからね。別に意図してそういう名前にしたんじゃありません。
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door.
よくこんなとこ行けるね。なんかもう、埃がすごくてさ、もう俺別にここにいないのに、なんかもう鼻がムズムズしてきたもん。どういう結末に至ったのかもう分かっちゃったの、主人公。すごいね。モーリー・フィンチ。
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
これはお腹ペコペコだよね。ネズミの餌。
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
あ、人参ね、今の。で、何かと思っちゃったわ。ほらほら、ここにもいい感じの生きのいい。
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
ダメだよ、食べちゃう。もう、食べようとしたやつなんてもう、どこにモリー、エディ。真ん中に人手が切り裂かれてるよ。暗っ。こっちはトイレって。
さすがに食べないか、わら。
さすがにそんな
I
のよ。
kept eating
歯
and
磨き
eating.
粉。これは食ったの嘘でしょ。だってもうこの色からしてさ、なかなかミント強いよ。すごいね。
嘘。
I ate a lot of things that night.
これはヒイラギかな。ヒイラギなんて食えんの？いや、食えないことはない
Then
だ
I
ろう
heard
け
chirping
Kinyu mo
outside my
kueru yo.
window.
ど。そうだな。あ、だってほら、小鳥ちゃんがいるよ。
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
あら。チェーンがかかってるね。
I was a cat.
えどういうことおお。
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
わけわからん、わら。
俺こんなことになると思わずに猫屋敷っていう題名にしたんだけど。こっちどっちだ。おお、飛ぶね。
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
ママ、パパ。にゃー。どうすんの？こっちか。ほい。ほい。ほい。おらおらおら。かんね。 こんな降りられないの。
I jumped and I almost got her.
あー、くそ。どこ行ったの？さあ、観念するんだにゃ。
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
おらおらおら。
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
What? 何をどうするのこれは。
Rabbits.
Oh, rabbit. お、どこ rabbit. Oh, rabbit. Oh, rabbit. 全然取れなかった。Oh, rabbit. Oh, rabbit. ちょっとずれたような気がしたけど。
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
じゃあ、ウサギよりもでっかいのって言ったら何？キツネとか？タヌキとか
？A mama rabbit.
お母さんウサギ。子供と同じところに連れてってやる。
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. Suddenly, I was a shark.
あらあらいや、今なんか、えげつない音聞こえたよ。ガシュッって音が。はい。サメです。って。あれかな？池アから逃げ出してきたのかな？
I rolled off the cliff and into
今
the
のは
ocean.
痛い。
Now,
今のなかなかえぐい音鳴ったよね。冷めておう、こうやって下に潜れるのね。
I wanted fat, juicy seeds.
おう、アザラシ。
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really
おう
good.
tasty very good 目がするぜ
I grabbed it tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What? どうなったこれ？なんでこんな得体の知れない触手になってる
And I smelled people everywhere.
の？怪物になったの？なるほどね、怪物ね。理解。なるほどね。だったわ。
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
そこじゃ
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
あ、そうでもないんだろ。お邪魔しまーす。お、二人もおるやんけ。おるおるおる。まずはですよ。このじじいからやっちゃうか。残念が欲しいな。止められるのかな。ああ、入れちゃったな。おはようございます。そしておやすみなさい。
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, we smelt something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
パイプの中から美味しそうな匂いがするぜ。うれうれうれ。上に上がってるか。おう、トイレ。ここはどこだ？これ私の
I got closer and closer.
部屋？そうだね。やっぱ私の部屋だね。これはどう美味しそうな匂いとは何ぞや。
All my stomach started
ぐる
growling.
ぐるぐるぐる。
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know. I will be delicious.
いやー、想像力豊かだね。
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
まあ誰しもね、経験があると思うよね。この暗闇に何かがいるんじゃないかって。お、にゃんこー。あれ、ここ行くの？
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these
理解で
stories.
きんかった？
Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
まあだからね、
When we
完全
adopted a
に
stray
ね、
kitten,
空想だった
she
んだ
was
よ
the
ね、
one who
彼
named
女
it
の
Molly.
全部。怪物になったの、猫になったの、袋になったの、全部彼女の工夫してる。だからそれだけ。
I spent a lot of
怪
time
物に
in
なった
Great
けど、
Grandma
その怪
Edie's
物
room.
が自分のことを付け狙っているという妄想に至って、夜眠れないわ、怖いわ、私のベッドの下に何か怪物がいるわ、私の美味しい匂いをたどって、ピンチ家のこの排水溝から私の部屋に来たんだわって、ガクブルガクブルっていうのがさっきの内容なんじゃない？多分。違かったらごめんなさい。
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
はあ。写真をね、こうやって模写したわけね。
Her room was like a museum.
これは何ぞ？
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune
ノルウェー、やっぱ北
and
欧だったね。
misfortune.
日夜有名だった。ああ、はい。
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
呪い。
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse
家
behind.
と共にし、どういうこと
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
家はさらわれてしまう。は
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home,
あ。
Orcas Island.
オーカス島に上陸。ここがオーカス島ってこと
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
あ、そこに骨をうずめたっ
家が風
てるのか。
船で飛ぶ
His
映画
daughter
思い
Edie
出
is
した。
already
わ
dreaming
ら。
of the new Finch house.
あったね、そういえば。なんだっけカール爺さんだっけと空飛ぶ家だっけ懐かしいね。もう10年以上前か、あれ。新しい雰囲気。富と不運から雰囲気が有名だった。新しい新天地を開拓した富と、彼らの持っている呪いっていう、その両方の富と不運からのフィンチが有名だったってことか。
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
パパ。なるほどね。まあちょっとずつね、背景が分かってきたかな。
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
でもね、地下あったからね、なんか隠されてるのかもね。
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
イーディス・ジュニア。
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
これはいつの話だわからないけど、すごい昔のやつじゃないか。72歳の女性が避難しなかった。ビルト、1937年にここの部屋は建ったってことかな。アラン・フィンチさんが建ったん
When
だね。
Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
まあ、ノルウェーってね、北欧だからね、北欧神話とかでドラゴンが有名なのかね。
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
すごいね、これ。なかなか趣味が。特に
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
なかなか愛妻家だったのかね。こんなピンク一式妻のためにしてくれるなんて。いいおじいちゃんじゃない。ここら辺かなもう。
趣味悪いバスルームやな。
趣味悪いなんて言っちゃいけないよ。これはね、ほら、彼の愛の結晶なんだよ。おそらく。それ以上は言及しません。この鍵も開くねえ。つまり、ここにも隠し部屋があるってことかな
There's a secret in this bathroom.
お
It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this
おう
book.
なかなか遊び心があるね。さ
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
じゃあここはカメラを現像するための部屋か。なるほどね。だからさっきあっちの方にも写真で歴史が学べるようなカメラがあったんだね。メルトン。失礼しまーす。
風呂の隣にこんな部屋あったらカビやばそう。
そこら辺はちゃんとね、もう鉄板でも引いてさ、もう湿気が入らないようにしているんだよ、多分。ここはなんだろうね。なんか、テープが貼ってあるけど、テープってか、これあれか、なんか美術館とかでよくあるような。
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
何があったんでしょう。To Command Center.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
指令書かコマンダーからね。
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
ああ、痛々しい。おいたわしや。あ、違います。
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
マッシュルーム嫌いな人多いよね。美味しいけど。そうそう、キノコ類嫌いな人多いよな。健康にいいぞ、キノコは。美味しいし。なんだ。ああ、はいはいはい。そういう
At
ことね。
Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always
キノ
wanted
コ
to
はほ
fly.
んとまずい。
ああ、アンチキノコはここにもいましたよ。
But that day,
あんなん食べ
he
る人の気
finally
が知ら
made
な
up
い。
his mind to do it.
すき焼きの具材において椎茸は
I
必要
told
か
him going around was impossible.
ああ、
Maybe
グビ
if
と
I
一緒にすん
hadn't
だね。
said that.
難しいと思うよ。
Alvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
やだー、怖い
then
ー。
maybe
で
he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's
い
what I
や、
want to
もう今
remember
心臓
about
が
my
切れてんだ
brother.
けど。うわー。
The day he made up his mind to fly, and he did.
なるほど。死んだな。
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
ヒヤッとするわら。
彼は宇宙飛行士とかパイロットに憧れてたのかな。
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
ああ、やっぱりあれで死んじゃったってことかな。奥さん。 何かあるかな。
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
シーンブランコ。
言ってやるな。腹ペコ青虫が畳まれていく。オープンセサミー。これ上上がんのかい。上じゃねえ。すごいね。ロマンあるね。
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
こっちは何だろう。2箇所あるな。手前。これは
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
バーバラ。さっき一瞬出てきたな、バーバラって。これは、やっぱ上上がってきたところで、俺が探索してなかった方だね。つまりは、ショートカットってこと？なんでそんななんか、ソウルライク系の、上もあるな。上もあるけれども、これがバーバラの部屋ってこと？
Growing up,
なんかいろいろ。
I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
ほう。覗けないね。
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
バーバラ・フィンチの驚くべき結果。
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
ですって。
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been.
あ、子役はね、
But in a
負けそうっす
lucky
ね。
break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Oh.
Thanks, babe.
さっきの
I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
こ
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent. She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
これね、テーブル層って。ねえ、向こう行けって言ってた。お前、こっちには武器、こっちも武器持ってんだぞ。よし、いける。
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep
シュー
watching
ルすぎ
the
でしょ、わ
late
ら。
picture show.
なんか怒んのかなと思って待ってたらさ、何も起こんねえからさ、トリガー引いてみたらバシッって。
Okay, I'm coming up. But if
ウォルター
this
どう
is
した
a
んだ
trick, you're dead, Walter.
お。口ではない。邪魔だ。カッティングパイ。
Walter, are you there?
ウォルター。ウォルター。大丈夫か？無事か？ウォルター。
Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the Hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
やっちまえ。
And here he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
どっかに抜け道があるはずよ。ここでよ。ここ。
That night, she played her part beautifully.
こんなバトルものになるとは思わなかった。
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
お覚悟。
He wasn't moving, but she
計
sensed
画通り
the
だぜ。
story
あれ
might
終わらない？
be over yet.
とどめ。やつにとどめを刺さなくては。何が180センチとかじ詰め男だ。
バックスタブ、わら。
フィニッシャー入ったと思ったもんね。お前松葉杖い方。いない。
The Hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
ピンポーン。なんかこの BGM がさ、ちょっとシェイクっていうさ、はいはい、すいません。
Dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
家の中から聞こえてくる。ああ、勝ちるにー。Damn it!
Bravo, Bob! You were wonderful! The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life.
なるほど。
I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl.
そりゃあいい叫び声を上げたんだろうね。
But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
最後のあれかギャグか。
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Save?
明日学校あるんで寝ますね。
じゃあ、やめます。はい。じゃあ、これで終わるかな。はい、お疲れ。